We'll be at you right after this short intermission.
In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it. In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it.
Oh, that your body in Versace, she don't want it. She like it hot just like a coffee in the morning. And if you want it, then you gotta speak up on it. Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. 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 Said if you.
Here we go, man. We back at it, fellas. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing today?
All is well,
Man,
brother.
taking it
All
easy,
is
brother.
well.
Yeah, I had a little thing I wanted to. Where am I fucking? Let's see. I think this was it. Okay, I'm wrong with shit. It ain't working today. What's going on? All right, shit. Yeah, man. We had an interesting weekend, man. We had one part of the college basketball playoffs conclude. The women's basketball between UConn and South Carolina. And man, that was not a championship game that I had anticipated at all. It was clearly one sided. It was straight BTA. UConn put on South Carolina, and I'm highly disappointed. I watched maybe about, I don't know, not that much of it the second half because I was like, this is ridiculous. I ain't about to watch no shit like that. And I would damn sure wasn't expecting no comeback like Houston did, but we don't get to that surely anyway. But yeah, so what was your assessment? Did you watch the game, Tony T, at all? Did you
Yeah, I watched it, man. I was in awe by that shit. I just was so shocked at how UConn just totally dominated them, man. Like I was expecting what's her name, Paige, to be
Yeah.
the one that really set the tone. But them
Yeah.
other two sisters, man, them other two little sisters on them, I think one of them is a freshman,
Yep.
Sarah
right?
Strong, Sarah Strong,
Strong. And the other, what's the other female name?
AZ Fudd.
Oh man, them two right there. What year is Fuzz?
Fudd, I think Fudd is either a freshman or a sophomore.
Yeah. I
Man, they
think.
gonna be a powerhouse, boy. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Them two right there, man. Shit, man. It just and South Carolina didn't seem like they had no answer for them at all, man. I seen no way that they could have got back into that game, man. It was just a
Yeah.
total ass whooping, bro. Total ass whooping.
They played big. They played big, and
Hmm.
like you said, it was just no answer for it, man. And they wasn't missing. They just wasn't missing.
Mm-mm.
Them buckets was going down. If they open shots, they was going in. They was hitting. They were just
Hey,
Hmm.
hey,
they
dog,
were fire.
you're right. Open shots, you're right. Uh, but they defense, the way they were just, and they was taking the ball away from uh, uh, Malaysia, Fuwali. They was just homegirl just taking it from her, like give
Yeah.
me this goddamn ball. What you ain't coming in here doing no shit. And Don couldn't get her Malaysia involved. She played very limited minutes, and I didn't understand that. But I guess she was like, maybe man, she ain't got it today or something, whatever. But she wasn't. Malaysia wasn't didn't look like Malaysia because she's about the only one on that roster that can create off the dribble like that.
Yeah.
If they need
Yeah.
somebody to do it, but she just man, they defense was swarming, dog.
They was on them, man.
Man,
They
hell
defense was
yeah, they
swarming,
defense
dog.
set the tone, boy. They just could not do nothing with them on either end of the court, bro.
I think they hit their peak at the right time because they whooped UCLA ass the same way.
Yeah.
Um, the
Yeah.
game before that, and I didn't see UCLA get beat like that by nobody. Even SC, the two games that they beat them, they were good
Hmm.
games.
Yeah.
And actually, SC probably gave them the blueprint on how to beat them because that's what they did. They pressed their ass from the whole goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? All the way up
Beginning to end. Yep. From beginning to end.
from beginning to end, dog. It was like you gonna bring this motherfucker up, but you gonna bring it up slow. You ain't gonna bring this
Right.
motherfucker up and getting set in place. And by the time you get on the other side, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got that much time. Whatever you gonna do, you better figure it out quick. You know what I'm saying? And
right?
then they was
Hell yeah.
busting their ass with those little inside curls. They was running and they was hitting all they little 10 foot, 12 foot jumpers. They was hitting all theirs. They wasn't missing none of that shit. They was, I
They
was like,
wasn't.
Hell no. They was
they was.
playing with a hell of a lot more energy too. And let me ask y'all this, man. How did y'all like that format with Diane Taurasi and a Sue Bird talking during the game, man? How did y'all take that?
I liked it. I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, because what you get when you watch a regular with where you got your play by play person and then your analyst. To me, man, some of these analysts they just be digging too deep into every single play. It's like, dude, they're not out there thinking that much. They just playing, you know.
Hmm.
It, so it could be over analyzed, and because I also like watching the Manning brothers do Monday Night Football too.
I
Hmm.
do too, man. I like that. I like that too, man. I was like, you can really get a different perspective. I like that
You get
too.
a
I'm glad
different
you said that.
perspective. You get the
Yeah,
ball players,
yeah,
perspective, and they're not analyzing and going through every play, and they watching it as fans, and
yeah.
that's what I liked about it because they see something and go, ooh, it was fun for me to watch them do that thing, man, and they both Hall of Famers and UConn alums and national champions too, so they could give you some insight on the coach and all that good stuff, man. But I like that format.
I actually like the way they film it too. They film it from a 22. They call that um, player 22 stand where you can look behind the the camera where it's looking behind, and you can really see the whole how the lineman, the blocking. You can see the scheme. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I like that format, man. That's like if you into really understanding the game and how they pick how they the calls that they when they make calls certain calls
yeah.
when the slant right or slant to left or how the quarterback and the lineman can be on the same page or even if they misread it and something doesn't get picked up, you can really see that in that format. I like how they do that, uh, especially with Eli and Peyton talking about it because they know they like coaches, they players, they player coaches. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
Hmm.
yeah, you'll get a different perspective with that. But yeah, I was saying to you, D Mac, like I was telling you earlier, isn't it amazing, even in women's sports, how men still dominate? Connecticut football, I mean Connecticut basketball coaches. I'm trying to talk about. Even in a female sport, the man is still dominant because he
Gino
got
is
all the damn chips. He got all the damn chips, man. You know what I'm
Gino is a
saying?
beast, man. He's a beast.
Man, he did a hell of a.
He got
Hey,
what is the winningest coach in D1 history or
that's
in
what I'm.
coaching
That's
history?
what I'm trying to say. Even in women's sports, the man is still dominating. I hate to say that with women, but that's just shit. That's what it is. Shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a freaking monster. Don, I know Don gonna come back for him hard next year though. No,
I know
she
she. I know she. I think they got a little,
Mhm.
some kind of
they got
little.
they got that rivalry going on anyway.
Yeah,
They don't really
yeah.
care for each other too much.
She ain't did too bad though. She was 3 championships in the last 4 years,
For
or
years,
four.
yeah,
Or was it 4 years? Well, 22 she won, right? And then
yeah.
and then
They've been 3 out of the last 4
yeah,
years. They won
three of the
two.
last four, right? Yeah, so
Mhm.
she do her things too. I was shocked that her team played that way though. Um, and I know you could see her. She was going off over there on that sideline. She was like, she couldn't understand what the hell was going on. But I saw
Yeah,
them play like that this year when they played against Texas at home. Texas did them the same way. You know what I mean? So I knew they were capable
Right.
of playing that way. You know what I
Right.
mean? But what a time to perform
to
that
have
way.
your worst game,
Oh
and
man, yeah, man.
worst time to have your worst game.
This is
That's
the
what it
Yeah.
this ain't the time to be doing no shit like that. You know what I mean?
is.
Mm-mm.
It's not.
Y'all remember the game they played against Maryland was close. Maryland very easily could have won that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They've been kind of skating. They skated through the tournament a little bit.
Right.
Close games. A lot of close games and stuff like that. But hey, getting there, you hate to lose it, but man, getting there, getting there is big, man. It's big for your program. It's big for your school. It's huge stuff, man. They ain't got nothing to. hang their head on. They had one bad game in the tournament. It's only one team that's gonna have a 6 game winning streak. That's it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. But like I said, that was for a championship game, man. That's
Yeah.
that's like watching that's like almost watching that's like it was when we watched the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight. You just thought it was going to be a hell of a battle. It was purely dominated by one guy. You know what I'm
One
saying?
sided.
Shit.
Yeah, it was just a one-sided
Just
affair.
one sided ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
the best team won. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't discredit that team, that coach, and nothing that they do because they've been whooping everybody ass in the tournament.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Beating
Yeah.
the hell out of them too.
They beat the arguably the two best teams arguably all season long.
Yeah.
Like I mean, whoop they ass. Like
Actually, I mean, think about it. They they beat 3 number 1 seeds to win the championship.
absolutely,
Facts.
absolutely. Well,
Facts.
one was I ain't counting that seat because Juju went there, but uh,
Yeah, but
you know,
still,
it was
they had
still
they had the
yeah,
seed on them.
yeah. They
Still,
did, yeah, that's true.
they had a
That's
rough
true.
road. They had to do it. They had to do it in the 8 and in the 4 and in the championship.
They definitely had the toughest road to me to get
Yeah,
there.
You damn
they
right
And,
they did.
they earned their stripes. They
and
earned their
they
parade.
made it look easy too, bro. They made it look easy,
Mm-hmm.
bro. They
They
made it
really
look
did.
easy. What you say, Tony T? The freshmen? I think they both freshmen. Though. Look that up. You might see if AZ Fudd is a freshman. I
I
think
think
she,
she is, man, but
but I know that girl Sarah Strong is one. Built like Charles
yeah,
Barkley. You know what I'm saying? She,
right. A
yeah,
silent assassin, Kyrie.
that
She
girl.
don't talk much, but she put in a hell of a lot of work, man.
Yeah, man. She take up space in that paint too, man. She called for the ball. She put them hips on your ass. Man.
Yeah,
Hell,
she
man.
was.
And
She was
step behind
blocking
the 3-point
shots.
line too.
Yeah, blocking shot, hitting threes. Shit, she do it all. Shit, Sarah Strong.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Sarah Strong, man. She did her thing. Like everybody was talking about, you know, Juju and all these other players all year. Well, y'all don't say y'all slept on Sarah Strong. Shit, you
Right.
know,
Damn
yeah,
right.
yeah. She definitely you got your money's worth with her. That's for sure.
Yeah, she
Anyway,
set that record too. Most points scored in the tournament for a freshman and shit.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
she went in there and showed the hell out, man.
She showed up. Hey,
Oh,
what and
pulling
so
it up.
let's transition over to the men's game. Uh uh Duke, we just looked like Duke was gonna run away with it. What about 8 minutes to go in the game? And
and then
here come
and
the
then
comeback. Here come the melt. We either call it a meltdown or comeback. Which one was it? A little bit of both. Which one you think?
Oh, a little bit of both. I'm gonna say that
Yeah,
was a little bit of both, man.
yeah.
I think
absolutely.
Houston got dialed in, and Duke might have got a little lackadaisical and shit, baby. They thought it was over with too.
Pull your
Before
camera
they
down a
know
little bit,
it,
Tony
in,
T. Pull your camera down
huh?
a little bit. I only see half your face. There you go.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
said, I think Duke got a little lackadaisical, and Houston got their legs up under them, man, at the right time.
They
His
did.
Mm.
confidence level started going through the roof and shit. Coaches, I don't know, they just hit their stride, man. Hit their damn stride.
Hey, Mac, you had an interesting take on that. You said they play like that all year. What's happening?
They man, they start off a little slow in most games, and then they just kind of grind it out,
Mm.
and kind of walk you down through the minutes, man. I've been watching them all year win them kind of games. Not to that extent of that climactic, you know, down by 7 with a minute 30 and come back and win. But I've been
Mm.
watching them walk teams down like that all year in coming out in the second half and just stalling them. But that defense, man, Duke only had 2 made field goals in the last 12 minutes. So you can call that good defense or you can call it bad shooting. I call that a little bit of both.
Mm.
Hmm.
Because they just went cold. And obviously the worst time to go cold, you're sitting in the final four and it's the last 10 minutes. But you up 17 and the other team ain't shooting that well. You just gotta, I don't know, man. You gotta fight through that and grind it out. I don't know how, if we've seen stuff like that happen before, but man, that was just it was crazy to watch. It was just crazy to watch.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know we got a group chat, and I put a picture of a dude choking. That's why I thought they choked that one off because I don't know how you call a timeout and can't and you still. I know when you call the timeout, you designed a way for you to inbound the ball underneath your own goal, and you
Yeah,
still don't get it, and you turn the ball over. Which what you say was 7 points and how many? What the last what?
except they were down. Excuse me, they were down 7 with a minute and a half left, and they won by 3. So they ran off 10
Right.
straight points in a minute and a half.
That's classic choke, dog. And you know you had to make some field goals. You had to make some free throws in there that you
Yeah,
missed on the 1-and-1, right?
absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
but you see, Houston, they had brothers step up to the line. He only 69% free throw and nailed both of them.
Knocked them down.
Swish,
Yeah,
Knocked them
yeah,
down.
swish.
yeah. I mean,
AZ,
granted, he is a grown man too. He was like 25 years old. Look like shit, you know.
AZ Flood was a senior as well.
6 year senior, 6 year senior or some shit, whatever. But I just hope Houston didn't waste it all the other night and still have some for Florida tonight.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, AZ Flood was a senior too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she's 22 years old.
Oh, okay. So so Fudd is a senior too. Okay. So Paige and Fudd is gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. But Sarah Strong, she only a freshman. She'll be back. Yeah, another.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Yeah.
She'll be
Uh, Is it in women's sports? Can they leave after one, two on basketball, or they got to
Yeah,
stay?
theirs is the same. Yeah, yeah. They just, the
Mm,
as we know, women ain't, WNBA ain't getting paid like that for them to say, "Oh, I'm out."
yeah.
They probably
Mm-hmm.
making more money. They
In
making
college,
more money with NIL. Yeah,
They
collective.
are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Like Juju making millions. Paige Becker making millions. You see, when she go
right.
to the league,
You
she was
know,
making about 70, $80,000. You know.
State Farm commercials and shit. Shit, stay in
Mm-hmm.
there,
State Farm, Nike, Gatorade,
all that. She killing it.
just to name a few.
Right,
That
right.
ain't a bad get down for somebody
Right.
Hell
that's
no.
sophomore in college. You know what I'm saying? 19 years old. You know what I
Yep.
Fact,
mean? Shit, and you don't have to pay for nothing. You know everything paid for you in college. So
And
all that's plus money. You know what I'm
all is
saying?
straight
All your bills is
mm-hmm.
paid, food is paid for, everything. All that's plus money. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
Shit. Take
I
that
wouldn't
money,
even leave there.
Juju, and all y'all invest in some real estate. Trust me. Whether
Yes.
y'all make it or not, y'all gonna be great. Do that with that bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
that's what you do with that. You know,
Fact.
and heck yeah, because that's all plus money. Anytime you got a scholarship and everything paid for, and you making that kind of bread, man, that's the life,
Right.
bro.
Right.
I wouldn't
I
even
mean,
leave early, bro.
that's money with no expenses.
There's no need to
Exactly.
leave early for what?
That's
Shit,
what I'm saying. If I'm in that female space, I'm
No.
gonna play the whole full 5 years, however many years it is. I'm playing all that shit. I want all that money, man.
be a kid as long as you can
That's
be.
it.
Be a
You
kid as
damn
long as you
right.
can be. If they
Yeah,
gonna pay you to be a
don't get
kid,
no bird. This grown up shit is it ain't it's for the birds.
real talk.
Fact,
Real talk. You be a kid as long as you can be and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? No
fact,
responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is go to class. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple.
fact.
That's it.
Go to
Stay
class.
eligible.
Yep.
Stay eligible.
hmm Yeah. So and then okay. So those things. What time is the game on yet? Is it on?
No, it starts at 6. We got 20
6 o'clock.
minutes.
Okay, we got 20
Got
minutes.
about 20 minutes.
All right,
Yeah.
we got 10 minutes on here, so we be making a good time. So and hopefully cause I had Houston going to the chip. I didn't have them winning it, but I had them going. So
I got 'em.
hopefully, so now that my team had lost officially, that I picked the win, they never got there. I'm pulling for Houston to get the plus. I'm pulling for the brother one.
Yeah, I want Kelvin Sampson to finally get
He
that
need
one.
one, dog. He need one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's had better teams than this that didn't win it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Would you say
yeah,
that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Nah,
Last year's team.
fact,
Yeah,
Last year's team.
Last year's team too, right?
Yeah.
So and now you didn't climb the mountain and you got to the top to the peak. Uh,
Man, got to
don't
finish
fall off. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall off,
finish
dog.
finish strong. That's all. Just finish. You got
Absolutely.
you got 40 minutes. That's it.
We still haven't got an Aaron Rodgers signing. We're gonna go to the NFL for man. No, still no Aaron Rodgers signing.
Nope.
No, no
No.
Aaron Rodgers
I think
signing.
I think he won't be signed with anyone until after this draft. This draft is going to dictate his future, whether he
Mm,
likes it or not.
okay.
Yeah, he ain't controlling the narrative either, man. You know,
That's
and
what
I'm sure he don't like that shit.
That's exactly what I'm why I said that. The draft is going to control his narrative, whether he plays or not. Because otherwise,
Hmm.
he'd have been signed already, and I think the teams that are looking at him are also um, looking at getting a quarterback in this first round.
Mm,
And if they
Hmm.
don't get who they want, then they'll pick him up, or they might get who they want and pick him up. Learn behind
Hmm.
Rodgers for a year, and then and then we out of here.
hey, speaking of which, the quarterbacks and the drafts coming up, we got Shador. He had his pro day over Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Friday. Friday or Saturday,
Yeah,
one or two.
Friday. Yeah,
Friday.
Friday.
He had a pro day. Did y'all get a chance to see the pro day?
I did.
What y'all
Hmm.
think? What y'all think of it?
Go ahead, T.
I think he did pretty good, man. I think he showed up and showed out. You know, he
Mm,
showed his arm strength. He showed some accuracy, footwork. Shit, I think whoever get him, they got a decent future at
Absolutely.
quarterback. Once he get on that field, they got a decent future. You got a good IQ too, man. So
Yeah. The fact that the quarterbacks are sliding in this draft, whoever gets that kid is going to get a steal. It
mm.
was all 32 teams were there, all of them.
And an
hmm.
owner. Don't forget an owner was there.
Right, right. That's
Yeah,
what
and
I'm
an
saying.
owner. An owner showed up. That tell you that speak volume when an owner shows up to you. And it wasn't really a pro day; it was a showcase, like
It was
Dion
a
said.
showcase.
Right,
Yeah,
A showcase.
right.
Yeah.
he gonna put his extras on it, but
Right.
it was that, man, and he went out there calmly and threw all the passes, and he looked good. And
Right.
Hmm.
I just love his demeanor.
Yeah.
I love it. He confident and got swag without a whole lot of mouth.
That's what his nickname is Grown. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
why I call
right.
him Grown because
He's
he's
grown a long
very mature for his age. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He
I
always
agree.
goes about everything in a workman's type of position because he was taught, of course, by his father. You know what I'm saying? And he was groomed for this from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and I thought what people don't really understand, if you want to talk about a completely selfless person, he didn't have to do it. He did it because he wanted to give his players that he played with
right.
a platform, especially the ones that didn't get invited to the combine, that should have been invited to the combine. How the hell you don't invite Shiloh and Will?
Right.
Because clearly they're better than a lot of players that they did invite, especially some
Yeah,
D3 guys. But anyways, he wanted to give them a platform so that they can show what they do. And Shiloh ran a 4.52, which is good.
yeah.
Somebody said it
Hmm.
was 4.49. And now I don't know. It must have been nerves or something because he had a thing with his pops. Pops
Yeah.
told him, if you run a 4.4, I'll buy you any car you want.
Buy your car. He didn't do
Shiloh, Shiloh, Shiloh.
it.
Hey, brother, look. D Mac, if you watch that 40 that he ran the last 3 yards to the right. He ran at an angle.
Yeah,
The
he was
first thing they teach you when they teach you how to run the 40 is to do what?
straight
Run
line.
in a straight
On the
Straight line.
line.
line, young man.
Hmm.
In
And
fact,
you've been practicing for 8 weeks. If nothing else, if anything else you do, no, if you don't remember nothing else, you have to run in a
uh,
straight line. He ran
that's
the
it.
last 3 yards in an angle, which probably that
Probably
might have
messed
been
Where
a
we
four
stop?
four.
them, took them little
Yeah,
tenths off.
That might
yeah.
have been 4.4 easy. 4.48, 4.49, 4.46
Hmm.
Yeah,
easy. If he had, but see, that's why
Fuck, my
when you
shit can cut off.
whatever your camera's down talking to you. Yeah. So I'll wait till you get back in. So yeah. So if he had ran those last if he'd have ran a straight line, so that's what I'm saying. When he ran the first 40, he
yeah,
ran on the hash, right?
yeah, yeah.
So he was able to have a guide
Have a
on
straight line.
running in
Yeah,
a straight
I don't
line.
know why you wouldn't do that both times. That
No,
make
and the second one he ran into between it. Why would you do that? So
yeah.
you
Why?
can't. Ah man, he just messed up his whole. So he
Yeah,
probably would have had a 4.4. He probably
I
do
think
got
so.
4.4 speed.
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
cause like I said, if you look at when I watched it on camera, I said the last 3 yards he ran at an angle. What the fuck?
yeah, just
Ah,
kind of
Shiloh,
lost balance kind of thing.
Shiloh, man, you could have got that
Got that
Lambo, man. You could have got that Lambo or what? You know what I mean? Cause
say
your
any
ass
car.
don't want to run straight.
Your daddy say any car you want.
Yeah,
What?
he said, whatever car you want. If you want a 4.4, son, I'm gonna buy it for you. And
Yes, sir.
Dion tight with that money too. He ain't gonna be. He
Man,
ain't gonna
you
say,
know
"Well, you was close enough, son. I'm gonna just get you." No, the deal was
it was
four
a deal.
four, 4.4 better. You know what I'm
It-
saying?
we had a deal, homie.
Damn, Shiloh, we was pulling for you, dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. But
that's
they did good, man. I like I liked all of it. I really
yeah.
did. I know they didn't show us the defensive drills, and they didn't show us everybody. They was just more focused on Shador
Well,
and
NFL didn't. If you went to, because they have their own network, they called the pregame show, THEE
oh
pregame. That's why I put it in the text.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube, they was on for 5 hours and 22 minutes.
Sheesh.
From the very beginning, they show everything. They show all the drills to all the 40s.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Why is a punter? That's one thing too. Why did they have the punter run a 40? This thing ran a 4.6,
For
4.65.
for the
Punter,
same reason they run linemen, because everybody just does it. It don't make sense though. It don't
bro.
part of their
I
game.
said the same thing. What the fuck is Ron Lyman doing running 40-yard dashes
I
for?
don't understand that at
You just
all.
want to see if they're athletic? I don't know. What is that? You
You
just
want to
want to
see if
know.
they're athletic,
You want to see if a nigga 300 pounds can run under five flat? I don't know.
right?
What
I
is,
mean, they and as soon as you put the pads on them, they ain't gonna run none of that. You
yeah.
know. So yeah,
Hell no. First of all, they don't run 40 yards nowhere.
they don't run 40
Shit.
yards. Period.
They
They
don't
don't
run
have
out the dirt. They barely run out the tunnel to the field.
to get
Shit.
out the box. Yeah, they got a box. 3 up and 3 back. Let's go.
Can we stop having linemen run 40-yard dashes? It's the most
Can we do
ridiculous
that?
thing
Let's yeah.
I've ever. And
Let's petition that. Let's petition that.
not only that, but look, everything evolves, right?
Yep.
Nobody said, hey, why we got these big 300-pound guys running 40s? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that proving? You know what I mean? Shit.
It
What, you
proves
trying to make him a tight end? I mean, I
right.
don't. That's the only thing I could think of.
It
And maybe we
proves
can play
nothing.
tight end. Shit.
It proves nothing.
Whatever. Anyways, man, shit. Well, anyway, this is Monday Madness, man. We out on this one, man. We got 30 minutes in. Got to talk a good stuff. We got the game about to come on,
Yes,
and
sir.
tomorrow we'll have a little
Have a little recap.
a little discussion on what actually. Hopefully, Houston, brother Sampson can get his
Finally get his national championship. Yeah.
absolute. Oh, hold on. This is the word of the day. I can't get out of here. Right? You got a word of the day for us, man?
Yeah. I got a quick one. Yeah, we got a
Let's
quick one.
let's, let's get a word of the day for the people. We don't
Word,
want to leave them without a word of the day.
word of the day is this: you will never learn a thing if you always talking.
Ain't that the goddamn truth? Shut your ass up and just listen sometime, huh?
You
Yeah.
gotta listen to
Don't
learn.
it go both ways, don't it?
It
Shit.
does. It does, man.
Man.
In order to have anything in this world,
Always
you must
It
speak up
close your
honestly.
mouth and listen. Part of communication too. That's part of it too.
In order to have
Yeah.
Talking
anything in
and
this
listening,
world,
right? All
Yeah.
right,
you
man.
must speak up
We'll do a whole show on communication.
Absolutely. That's the Kind K Show. Here's where we speak up on it. All platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X. That's the Twitter. That's the old Twitter, right? And
Yes, sir.
Rumble, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Instagram. Don't forget that one too. All right, man. We out for today.
Y'all be good.
All right. Peace.